Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of commodities, work our way through dollar yields, precious metals, and commodities and ETFs that I follow. I am running a discount on the Finding Value website, so if you want to join, you can try it out for the first month, 50% discount. My birthday's coming up, so it's Happy Birthday is the coupon code. It's in the comment section or description below if you'd like to join. And we'll dive in here and I'll give you my financial opinions. So let's dive in. Let's see what's going on in the markets, guys. So we've got DXY. Guess what's happening with DXY? It is falling. So we kind of squeezed up here. Took a turn lower. You can see that big selling pressure day, and we are heading on lower. What does that mean? Well, it means that, generally speaking, that the yields are falling. The curve could be uninverted. When yields drop, from usually from a comparative analysis against other currencies, we kind of lead, other currencies lag. So our monetary policy tightens first, we get stronger dollar. Then when it lags or goes back down first, everyone else is lagging. So other currencies get stronger, ours gets weaker. So I think that we could see potentially lower yields, but we're back to that support level here. So we got to see what happens at support. Let's see if yields fall. We'll see kind of where momentum's generated in which direction. So the 2-year is falling. Momentum is generating to the downside. I think that could potentially continue. Is this a shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we head lower? It's possible, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Definitely short term, though, it looks like it wants to head a little bit lower. The 10-year yield pulling back a little bit. Is this the Batman pattern that we could potentially have? I don't know. We'll find out, guys. I'm not gonna call it yet. I'm just gonna wait and see. Do the wait and see approach. We could even pull back here, gain support, and then head up higher. So let's wait and see. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. People can start looking at patterns, and obviously you can find patterns in almost anything. So let's see where we come back to here. Let's see what happens. That's what we're gonna do next. TYX, the 30-year yield, this is already broken to the upside. And yeah, we've got a little bit of a momentum loss day. It was up on the day, but momentum's coming back down. We'll see how this plays out. I think we need more data and a little bit more time to see where yields actually go. But right now, on the shorter end of the curve, it does look like it wants to go lower. And we had a good down day on the dollar. TYX TNX ratio, this is popping higher. Um, what we should see here when we see this ratio, this is a bullish engulfing, it's popping higher. Generally, that works its way up with declining yields. So when yields decline and the curve normalizes, this is telling us how much it's normalizing. So the way I've got it charted here, when this goes up, it means that certain assets will outperform other assets. Gold's the one that does very well. So what we should see when this goes up, we should see positioning being done in precious metals, and we should see gold firm up. That's what we want to see when this goes higher. And again, this is just going higher in the short term. Where the big moves come is when you get something really low and this goes all the way up. That is where gold goes ballistic. Is this the ultimate bottom? I don't know. We'll find out. One could also conclude, maybe, perhaps, that this is a retest move. So we broke out, we did a retest. And if this is the retest move where we could go higher, we should be loading up on precious metals miners and precious metals itself. That's what it would indicate. Bond prices firming up today is a little bit of a bullish engulfing, bullish piercing. So we could see this come on up. What we need to monitor is, are we going to break through, or are we going to hit this resistance line and come back down? Don't know, but we'll find out, and we'll see what the bounce looks like and the strength of that bounce. Gold sideways, but this to me looks bullish. We're right on support. Here's your support level. That guy going across and this guy going across. We're at support. We have a falling wedge that we've broken to the upside on the short term. We have a bloody nose today. It's a tall green candlestick with the small down red profit taking day next to it. I think this is going to go higher. It looks very good. Silver up 0.32%. We're right underneath this resistance line. That resistance line was created in 2011. So all the way down, we've been in this kind of resistance. Now, if we break here, guys, which I think it looks good to do that, I'm going to get monster uber bullish, put it that way. And if we get a break on the XAU to gold ratio, multiply that by another monster bullish. So you've got monster bullish to the monster bullish power if that were to occur. I will be extreme bull. Again, I'm in this stuff. I'm positioned for it, and I'm waiting for that to happen. I am not a wait, need to break all lines. I am a look at the ratios, um, look at the market conditions, and if it's all favorable, I see no reason to wait. But that's me. Platinum also looking very strong right where it's at. I think we could keep this momentum to the upside and grind on higher. It looks really good. So I would say platinum, if it were me, I'd be firing it off, sprinkling, doing a little bit of Sprinkle Fest 2023, summer 2023. Here's another really positive thing with XAU to gold. These are the gold and silver mining companies in relationship to gold itself. We're getting a bullish engulfing, another bullish engulfing here, and another one here. It looks like we've got really strong buying pressure at this location. So we haven't broken out yet, but I like buying early. I like trying to get the best price possible. This is the downtrend we want to break. And we're right down here. And to me, that looks like cost average central down there. That's what I think. That's my opinion there. But in this general location, I like it down there. I think it's cheap as probably you can get. And if we can break this downtrend line, gold and silver mining company is going to be pretty happy. It's going to be a good spot to be. It's going to be a very good spot to be. It's going to be like it was buying oil and gas in 2020. This is what it's going to be. Because remember, we in 2020, that bottom there is this move here that went up. This is going to be like a monster move. So I know a lot of people, sentiment wise, are negative on gold and silver mining companies. That is where you make the money. That's where you make the money, guys. You have to be bullish when everyone else is talking about gold and silver never going up again. It's just the way it is. CRB index looks like we're still in this falling wedge pattern. It's a nice little bloody nose today, but still looks good. Still looks all right. CRB still, to me, looks like we could go lower. We're waiting for a little for this to basically firm up. I think that firm up is coming. Why do I think that? Well, we're getting the dollar going down. And remember, these are priced in dollars. Remember that DXY coming down and interest rates coming back down? Well, that's tied to the strength of commodities because commodities do well if they're priced in dollars on a weaker dollar. And people are going to shift money around differently when the dollar is going down versus when the dollar is going up. So I do think that we could see kind of like an everything type rally perhaps for a period of time. And I know that goes counter to a lot of the doom and gloomers, but I'll just say this: doom and gloomers don't make money. It's the people who remain positive even in down markets, or they remain indifferent. I'm in the indifferent camp. I don't really care. I'm going to buy stuff when it's cheap and just hold on. GDX up 2%. We've got a big flag pattern here. There's your flag pattern, guys. And we're getting some buying pressure here. Bullish engulfing, another little more buying pressure. We could see the green army show up. The green army's large green candlesticks with small red candlesticks. That is generally the ingredient to move higher. I think that's going to happen if interest rates continue to go down with the DXY. Here's a bullish engulfing. This looks good to go higher. That's the GDXJ. And SILJ also bullish engulfing, looking like it wants to go on up. So it looks good. Hopefully that momentum can continue. We break out of these falling channels, wedges that we've got going on. Crude oil down 0.92%. Uh, Again, I think this is just a bloody nose. A bloody nose is a continuation pattern to the upside. It's a big green candlestick guy who's been punched in the nose and gets a little bloody. And that's a continuation pattern to the upside. So a profit taking day. We've broken out of this downtrend line. I would be looking for a move up. Natural gas also very strong today, 3.18%. And when looking at this, this is a bullish engulfing pattern that looks like it wants to go higher. So I would be looking for upside in natural gas. So I think XOP, OIH, a lot of these ETFs look pretty good. And if you want to know the individual companies, that's when you're going to have to log into fighting-value.com to see how I'm positioned for this. I'm already massively positioned for these moves here, guys. But this looks good to go higher for XOP. We've broken the downtrend. Remember, oil was slightly down today. XOP is up. That's further confidence that this could go higher. OIH also heading higher, up 0.91%. It had a monster day Friday, broken downtrend. You back out on these things. Oh my gosh, guys, this could really get moving if we break out of some of these resistance areas. So I think there's very good potential here for a potentially a big move. I mean, we'll see. We could see an everything type rally where gold, silver, maybe even uranium and all that. We're going to get into uranium here too. Could all run together. This is the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. We're up today, so hopefully we can get a little bit of momentum turn here and start heading on up. 1815 is our mark, guys. We want to break that 1815 price level. I know we're down here at 1626, but that's the line in the sand that we want to break. URNM also firming up. I do like URNM quite a bit here. I drew it on these tops here. We're still squeezing, and I think we could move at any time if it wants to go. So we're just waiting for the break. A lot of the individual companies have broken their falling wedge patterns to the upside already. So I would assume URNM is about to do that as well. URNJ also moving on up today. It looks really good. And even if you look at Camco sitting on top of a breakout, and we could move higher with Camco too. That's our leader. So I would be looking to be a buyer here. That's me. TAN also moving higher. Everything rallies kicking in. We're getting a lot of green candlesticks in this circle. The green candlesticks, bullish engulfing. Another bullish candlestick today. There is some selling pressure still remaining. You can still see some pretty big red candlesticks in here. So there is a battle going on back and forth. We'll see which way it breaks, but overall, bigger picture view, I think we've got a decent way to run to the upside. Copper, so CFPX ETF. We're in this channel, guys. It's a stubborn little channel, but the way that I view this, I think we are going higher. I think if we're going to make this transition to whatever, if we're going to build all these HVAC units for India and China and all these other things, copper's needed. And we do not have the copper projects in the pipeline for copper pricing to remain low. I think it's gonna go way higher. That's me. Just watch the inventory levels, which are very low, and I think copper's in a pretty good situation here. Lithium's still melting up. I think we're going to see this thing move big, guys. Lithium's going to move up. It's a big old pattern here. Here's your move higher. This is your consolidation. And now we're starting to break out of that consolidation and move higher. All of the commodities have this type of pattern right now. Fertilizers, oil and natural gas, lithium, rare earth metals, copper, blah, 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 whatever you want to put on it. They all have this pattern and they're all starting to break to the upside. Same with REMX. You can also drag this guy. It's kind of an ugly looking one, but you can drag it like this, drop more like that. And it's breaking. It's breaking on up. I think we're going to see big moves here. We're starting to see some, extension of those green candlesticks. They're getting a little bit bigger. I think we're going to move on up. This is not the time to be like, oh, should I buy it here? No, I'm going to be buying. I'll just put it that way. That's what I'm doing. SPX, still looking good. That's a bullish engulfing. Still, to me, looks like it wants to go higher. It's the everything rally, apparently. NASDAQ also looking like it wants to go higher here with the candlestick. It's a bullish engulfing. little wick at the bottom. It doesn't look like heavy selling pressure on the right-hand side here. It still looks like it wants to go up, in my view. Emerging markets is probably going to start heating up here. If we see the dollar fall and rates fall, that is a little bit of juice to the emerging markets squeeze. So I think we're going to head on higher for emerging markets. XHB, ooh, baby, look at that thing. XHB looking fantastic, breaking to the upside. I'm just going to say this, guys. If you're in the housing bubble camp, I don't know, guys. Like this looks like it wants to go higher, not lower. To me, this looks like a breakout, a retest. You buy the retest, and then this thing's going to launch probably. This is the driver of inflation. Is new homes being built and those new loans going against those homes, which is credit expansion. It's the boom bust cycle, and looks fantastic today. Strong move. Moo also looking good in this circle. Small red candlesticks, big green candlesticks, fertilizers, some of the agricultural companies. These all look good, guys. I think we're going to go higher. Copper, the actual physical commodity, up a little bit today, right below resistance. So that's looking all right. Iron ore up a little bit. Got a little bit of selling pressure last week. But again, I think we're in a very good location for this general area to be looking at going long iron ore or companies that are digging out iron ore. Broken fallen wedge. We have a retest move that we're basically where we're at, and then I think we're going to head higher. Nickel down a teeny bit, and we're right at support. And I think nickel looks good. Could we go down a little bit? It's possible that we could go down and pull back further. So I wouldn't be as bullish on this. We're still kind of flushing out some crap in the system, but overall, it's okay. Aluminum up about 0.5%. We're kind of just hanging out there. We've been drifting lower. Recession or slowdowns hit the base metals a little bit harder than, say, precious metals. Precious metals is the preferable spot, in my opinion. Baltic Dry Index, it's firming up. We've got a broken falling wedge, and it's kind of confusing that we still have some of these base metals a little bit weak. But I think in this general location, I mean, it can still go all the way back to even 550 if it wants to. It could get cut in half and still be looking good. But in this general location, I think it's cheap, and I think it's a good spot for Baltic Dry Index. Coal still, I call it trampoline jumping. It needs to kind of relax a little bit, consolidate, and then I think we'll move on up. We're right up against support at the 112 level. We're at 140, so there still could be some possible downside if it wants to pull back a little bit further. Ethereum, so Ethereum still looks good to me to go higher. We're just doing a full retest back to support, and support is holding. The reason I think Ethereum could do good is Bitcoin looks like it's ready to launch. It looks really strong. So Bitcoin looks like it wants to go higher. I'm sure the derivatives of Bitcoin, like Ethereum and all these other smaller caps, are probably going to just go up with it. But this looks like it's ready to break to the upside and take another move for Bitcoin. But that's what I've got for today, guys. That's what I see in the charts. That's what they're scribing out. I'm actually pretty bullish here. Pretty bullish across the board. Hopefully oil can rip it here, and same with natural gas and some of these other other sectors as well that are commodity driven, like lithium looks really good, and it looks like rare earth metals, most everything looks really good. I think precious metals even look really good. We could see people positioning in the precious metals mutual funds, and then we could see the physical metals start to take off. So I think everything looks kind of good. That's my opinion here. So thumb up for the content, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website. Remember, happy birthday and the discount coupon code. I put in the description link too. And we'll catch you guys later. This is Finding Value.